We are a group of plastic surgeons who operated at different non-hospital surgical facilities, and we were looking for something that we could call our own. We met with MEDITEK and had a lot of initial conversations about what we were looking for, whether it was going to be a multi-OR facility, a single OR facility, and what we were looking to have in the facility for equipment. One of the things that we were initially thinking about was what location we wanted to have for our facility. The MEDITEK team narrowed down several properties for us. We went around and looked at a lot of them, and we were kind of thinking, do we want to rent? Do we want to lease? Do we want to own our space? And so they really helped us to navigate what that would look like in any of the applicable spaces. One of the most beneficial things from a project manager point of view was the fact that MEDITEK was essentially a one-stop shop. They were able to provide all of the equipment for us, from the anesthesia machines to the OR tables to the cabinetry, even our ceiling system, lights, and specific equipment items that we use in the course of our procedures was all provided by MEDITEK. At the beginning of our project, we started working with a contractor and design team. There were some challenges, and we unfortunately ended up having to pivot to a different team. We then began working with Base Construction and Sherilyn Williams Design, and the transition was very seamless. Between Chris at Base Construction and Sherilyn and the MEDITEK team, they were able to coordinate bringing the entire project together. Throughout the process of changing from one contractor to another contractor, one designer to another designer, MEDITEK stayed the same. And the reason for that is simple. They are a Canadian-owned and family-oriented business that I felt could provide products for us that would be reliable. They made us feel that we were able to make changes and choose items that were refurbished versus new, and they were able to allow us to tailor our project to the budget that we had. They are incredibly efficient, good with relationship building, continuing communication, even through some difficult timelines on arrival of products.
One point of contact is, of course, much easier for all of us. There's just one phone number that we had to know. I didn't even have to write it down anywhere. I knew it by the end. So, of course, that makes it a lot easier. Instead of somebody asking how equipment A is going to be, and then going through trying to figure out who's supplying it, and then finding out who your point of contact is for that, of course, it's easier with just one.
You were always available, like email, phone call. You always got back to me right away. So not only did you also understand your equipment really well, but you also understood the design of a surgery facility. So that was really helpful for me.
Now that the facility is complete and we're operational, the vibe is incredible. The cleanliness, the openness, the light that the facility provides is head and shoulders above other facilities. The surgeons who come here to operate are impressed with the quality of the equipment, of the lighting, of the facility itself. How proud they are to bring their patients to this facility is quite apparent. So this is one of our operating rooms, and as you can see, it's incredibly bright. The lighting with our SLD system is much brighter than your average operating room. We are able to provide wide open space for staff to be able to complete their duties. The area is just, it's a very pleasant place for us to work.
The traditional way of designing OR ceiling is we have to get mechanical, electrical, structural engineers involved along with my design to come up with a ceiling plan that integrates what we need to function as an operating room. The SLD system integrates all of that. It took away all the other people and all the other drawings that were required. It took away all of that, and it's a much cleaner system to look at. It's really nice.
It made installation significantly easier. Once that was up in place from your team, everybody knew exactly where they were going to, knew where they were going to run from, and it was definitely much simpler than trying to piece it all together on a first come, first served basis on the old traditional system. It also improved on lighting distribution throughout the OR. The lights are now right where the doctors want them. We're not trying to put them in wherever they can fit at the end. It was definitely a much easier installation.
In our future, we hope to be able to work with the incredible companies that we had the good fortune to work with for this project, including Base Construction, Sherwin-Williams Design, and MEDITEK. In the future, I hope that we are able to continue those relationships and build more and better projects and keep being able to provide surgical services to our patients.